Welcome to the round 6 recap of the Southern California Chess Open Tournament 2025. Now, this is the 6th and final round recap, so after 5 rounds, I am 4 out of 5 points. I am tied for second with about 6 other people. We have 4 points, 4 out of 5. I have 1 bye, 3 wins, 1 loss. And in first place, the sole leader of our section, Patrick, the community member, the TikTok follower, awesome guy. Patrick is just absolutely mowing down everyone. He gets to play on the very nice DGT wooden excellent boards, and I get the random chessboards that everyone else gets. All right, how's that fair, man? Anyways, in this game, we are the black pieces against Isaac. I believe his over the board rating is about 1458, and he is also 4 out of 5 points in the tournament. Going up to this. His only loss is against Patrick, and my only loss is against Patrick. So the Patrick losers are playing each other. Perfect. Anyways, E4, Caro-Kann time. Caro-Kann time. He plays this funky structure where he isn't pushing D4, and luckily, the night before I had reviewed some lines in this funky situation, so we got into a position where both of us are being very modest. In the center, we're leaving some tension here. I go knight f6 to try and entice e5, so then we can kind of get, a more advanced structure of the Caro-Kann, but he does not. Instead, he just simply develops. I take, and then advance with this pawn structure. So now I have a little bit of a clamp going on in his position, and I put my knight right behind that pawn. And essentially I'm saying, you know what? You want to come forward? I am totally happy. My knight can go into the center here. Interesting. I was worried about c4. He doesn't advance. Instead, he tries rerouting his knight. This, putting some pressure on these pawns. So I just develop. I didn't... Wait a second. Wait. This... What about here? Oh, I just have enough pieces now. Okay. Wow. That is showing the form I'm in over the board. Anyways, so then I take more space, and now he's got some, awkward looking bishops over on the king side, and I said, you know what? Last round, let's have some fun. H5. We are going for the kill. And he puts his bishop right in front, and now I can't push it forward anymore. I mean, of course, man. So I go here, which is a blunder, which is not very good for me, man. But I actually wanted this. So I was saying this, and give me some open lines. Yeah, even takes this. I'm going to castle queenside. Give me some open lines, man. Perfect. Let's have some fun. And this was also stopping... if takes, he can't come back to this diagonal. So I was calculating a line where, let's say I do something random, and I wanted to castle queenside. If my king and queen were right here... Wait a second. I castle queenside. Takes. I take with this pawn to open up the g-file. He takes now. He is threatening maybe some stuff coming back with this. So I go rook here, and I said, Isaac, 4 out of 5, buddy. This is about to be a quick game, huh? And he brings his queen out, which is excellent. I mean, he has to. So if, let's say he was bringing his bishop back, then I have this. Oh my gosh, I can even just sack here. Oh, sack and then this. Yeah, perfect. So there are some very early attacks that are possible. So here, trying to trade queens, and I said no. Not only am I not going to trade queens, I'm going to double. Buddy. And so he takes, and now I want my queen to get over here, so I move my bishop back. Sorry if you heard that. My phone is beeping at me. Shut up, man. Sorry. I bring my bishop back. I need this pawn to be defended. That's why I didn't move it here. Just attacking, because then his queen just takes, and I look like an idiot. I mean, I am one. But anyways, he goes here. Oh my gosh. Okay, in this position, I said, you know what? There has to be something. And there is this, rook h3 idea. There is this rook h3 idea. He can't take. If takes, my queen gets in. But let's say g3, and I said, all right, buddy, you're asking for it. He embarrasses me. There's, in all of these attacking lines, this bishop has this intermediate check attacking whatever on h3. So I sat here for about 30 minutes, and I said, oh, how is there nothing here, man? How is there nothing here? So first I went king b8. And now I said, my king's safe, and you got all the same problems. Obviously, I didn't have this stupid computer telling me that I'm actually an idiot. I'm the idiot. How am I the idiot, man? I got 2 rooks staring down. I got my queen. All right. Anyways, he brings his rook over. Now they've been wanting me to. They've been wanting me to do this and this, and I just thought everything was hanging. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! The clutch knight g6. This is protected, and now the discovered protection against that rook. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, of course I considered this move to, like, get rid of this bishop, but, like, both of my dudes are hanging, and this very... Wow, wow. That is a beautiful move. I didn't see it. Instead, I said, Ooga booga, I'm caveman, I threaten checkmate. What are you going to do about it, buddy? And he says, you know what? I'm just going to bring my knight back to f1. And I thought this entire time that this knight was coming in, I thought he was getting his rook over so that as I come in, he can start running. And he played knight f1, and I said, uh-oh. I said, uh-oh. I have no attack here. I have nothing. I have nothing at all. Yeah, I have nothing at all. Any pawn move is excellent for me, or I would have been more happy to see. Apparently, it's not even that good. All right, I'm just an idiot, man. All right, then. I pile up, he plays this, and now I'm planning, I'm planning to break here and bring my bishop in. So I'm planning this break, but let's say takes, he always has this counterattack, and I wanted to win. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, this is, I saw the brilliant move. If I take, then take, and yeah, I'm just getting cooked. So what I first did instead in the game is knight b4, threatening this fork. And I either said, I'm going to take your bishop so that I can push this, or what he did in the game here, now deflecting his bishop away from being able to come back to this square. And so I said, f5? Get ready to get ripped open. And then he went knight g3. He went knight g3. Oh man, this was just cold shower after cold shower. I thought I don't know how I didn't have anything. Oh. All right, we saw how the game ended then, huh? Yeah, knight f3 here, and I said, all right, I am really losing. I sack a piece. I'm getting desperate now, just like trying anything. He does a simple g3. I sack some pieces, and in this position, I am down. He goes for a queen trade, and like, okay, even if I don't queen trade, like whatever, he just takes. If I don't queen trade, he takes my knight. I'm down a rook and a bishop. And he has a passed pawn. All right. All right, man. So that's why after he went back to queen g2, I just resigned. I said, you got me. You got me. All right. Nice. Good game. Good game. Yeah, we were talking a little bit after the game. Isaac, he was probably like 12 to 14 around that age. He seemed very, very talented and super nice guy. Anyways, we wrap up the tournament, and I want to show you the final standings of the tournament. We wrap up the tournament with 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6 points. And our friend Patrick, here's the standings. Let me try and fix this on the fly. Here we go. Sorry. Our friend Patrick goes Giga first. Goes absolute beast mode. He wins his last game. He goes, not only did he go 5 out of 5, get a draw to get first place, he said, I'm sick of these guys. I get a full, I get the full 6 out of 6. So he gets first. We went from tied to second, tied with second, to tied with first, second, third, fourth. All right. That's not very fun then. And a little post-editing thought that I had is that if I'm looking through my losses, I have the loss against the first place player and the second place player. The only 2 losses I had were against Patrick and Isaac. My 2 losses were against 1 and 2. How is that very fair for me? Oh. So after this, I got an email. About my new rating. So starting going into this tournament, I was 1132 over the board rated after one. I mean, I had played one tournament before. So my second full tournament. And now I am, I think, 1340. Something around 1340, I think, if I remember correctly. So So what is that? A quick 170 points. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, so my final thoughts is like, I'm happy with how I performed. In the tournament, it was about exactly where I expected to be. You know, under 1,500, these guys are, like, for chess.com ratings, probably like 1,800 to 2,000-ish chess.com. And I'm 2,000 rapid chess.com, so I figured, like, okay, this is probably where I'm supposed to be in terms of over-the-board strength. But I could tell during this tournament that my over-the-board calculation was just very, very bad. I missed a lot of moves. It was a very difficult time, very difficult for me to spend time calculating variations, because it was just so much harder to move the pieces in my head when I'm not like, when I don't have the crutch of drawing arrows like I do online. So that is a huge thing I have to get used to. But overall, very satisfied with my play. I'm happy to get some points on the board, 4 to 6. You know, I would have liked to get into the prize money, but not too bad. I had a great time. I am very tired after 6 games. I don't know how people do this. There were some old folks in there, and it is exhausting. I don't know how they do it. But anyways, that is all for the round 6 recap. I hope you enjoyed the full over the board tournament recaps. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment about your favorite recap moment, and drop a subscribe if you don't know how to do that. Anyways, I'm out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Peace, peace, peace.